Hi, good morning, everyone. We welcome you to the Mimecast webinar. I am Silsi Santosh from Bulwark Technologies. Bulwark is a leading IT and cybersecurity solution provider in the Middle East, established in 1999, with headquarters in Dubai and regional offices in Saudi Arabia and India. Thank you once again for time and joining the session. So the session will be taken by Mimecast account manager, Gigi Cherian. So if you have any questions or queries during the session, you can put in the chat box. So all the queries will be answered at the end of the session. And also we are running a quiz at the end of the session, and the gift vouchers will be given to the top 3 winners. So 500 AD, 300 and 200 AD respectively. So now it is over to Gigi to start the session.
Yeah, all right. So thanks, Cincy, for the introduction, and thanks everyone who has taken the time to join today's session. So I wanted to take this time to discuss about how Mimecast is securing the human risk. So before I start, for those of you who doesn't know me, my name is Gigi Cherian, and I work as a customer development account manager handling the existing customers of Mimecast that falls under 700 seats. So I'll be the point of contact when it comes to renewals, anything related to commercials, newer products and all. So we'll be also conducting a short quiz towards the end of the session. So we request you to kindly pay attention, and we do have exciting prizes waiting for the top 3 winners. So let's get started. So it's a known fact that work has changed. The way we collaborate and the tools that we use to collaborate has evolved. So previously, our dependency was completely on email, so which was the primary method of communication. But now data itself is coming in different forms, and the way we use it, the way we exchanged it has changed fundamentally. So you can just consider the Slack messages, the Teams conversations, the informal responses, the emojis that we are using, or the live reactions that we are now able to add, or the live collaboration that we are now able to do on the documents, be it in a SharePoint, or even the Zoom calls, or even the webinar that we are having today. In real time, we are able to do that across different time zones. So the intersection of collaboration, data, and humans is where this particular innovation has happened. The collaboration has changed, the way we use the data has changed, the form in which data is available has changed. But one thing that has not changed is the human beings or employees of an organization. If you look at employees of every organization, so our nature as human beings, it means that we are prone to make accidental mistakes. Like, for example, there are like a lot of employees who could share accidentally the corporate data into unapproved channels. And also in some cases, some of the employees in an organization are targeted as well. So it could be the C-level employees or a specific department in an organization. So attackers are smart, and they try to trick these employees with complex attacks that are designed to confuse the employees into clicking on links or sharing the login credentials. And sometimes in some organizations, we might also find some of the malicious employees working. So they could be motivated by financial gain or out of frustration. So sometimes these employees, they do steal or compromise data for their personal gain or revenge as well. And who is aware of all these category of employees that we're dealing with the organization? It is the attacker. So we as organizations, we try to strengthen our defenses, but the remaining vulnerability, what is open for the attacker, is the employees of every organization. So what this means is that organizations these days are faced with a mandate of mitigating or managing this human risk effectively. And the reason why a lot of effort is put into this particular aspect is because human risk is costly. And if you go back to the stats, so it's like 68% of breaches involve a non-malicious human element. So which means it was created, it was done by an error, not an intentional mistake, but this is something which is quite common. And when you trace all these down into figures, the cost of these mistakes are most of the times eye-opening. So 55 billion USD has been lost to business email compromise attacks over the past decade. And also, if you look at a single, an average cost of a single insider data leak, it's almost like 15 million USD. And that's the reason why a lot of effort is put into managing the human risk. So if we look into our organization, how are we addressing this issue? We are actually not addressing this issue. So even though 68% of breaches involve a human element, and if you are comparing that with the amount of security spent that we are doing or that we are allocating for securing our organization, 80% of the time it is spent towards protecting the devices and network. But none of these amount is spent when it comes to protecting the human beings. And what we are trying to do is we are trying to strengthen in variety of categories, just like how work has evolved, technology has also evolved. So endpoint, if you look at all these spectrum, I'm sure that you'll be able to relate it with the tools that you're using in your organization today. And today we have the best of breed solution. So endpoint, if you look at it, endpoint tools are built by experts in endpoint field, and similarly the network and other solutions as well. So each of these solutions is very effective when it comes to preventing certain types of risk. And organizations, they are paying a significant amount of money for products and services that are aimed to protect us from these poorly defined and managed IT system. But which of these products are actually securing the human layer? So which solution is taking care of the humans or employees of an organization? So the security tools, be it application, data, identity, endpoint, or network tools, all these solutions are not built for the way the attacks are happening today. So how organizations are trying to tackle this is by maybe providing an annual compliance training, just a box ticking activity, and just hope that, hoping for the best. It actually doesn't work and it is not the right strategy as well. So this is where Mimecast comes in. So we are merging this old approach with this new reality by providing a solution for this human layer. So an effective solution to help you manage the human risk. And also, if you look at every organization, you can consider it as your own organization. So every user, so be it a 100-user organization or a 500-user or even an enterprise customer, each and every employee that you have in your company is unique. And let's talk about what you can see right now with the tools that you're currently using. So all what you can see with the current setup, with the tools that you use in the organization today is regarding like which devices you'll be able to see are there on the network. You'll see which applications are installed and what kind of sites or websites are your employees visiting. But how about the employees of your organization? So which is the biggest attack surface? So what do we see in each and every employee? So do we know which employees are being targeted, or do we know which behaviors are risky? Do we know like who are those clickers in the organization? So who is that person who is sharing the corporate data outside? And where is this corporate data being shared to? So this is the visibility gap in cybersecurity today. So the transformation that we at Mimecast, what we are trying to bring in is in a way wherein you can see the human risk associated with each and every employee. So what you could see with Mimecast is an individualized, based on real action, based on the attacks coming in from the real world, we'll be able to associate the risk scoring to each and every individual employee of an organization. Like in the screen that you see here, the person in the black t-shirt is the highest risky employee, and you can see that his risk scoring is 8.9. So which means he is somebody that IT needs to pay attention, so pay more attention. So we need to spend more time in educating this employee so that he's not opening the doors for the attacker. So whereas there is a 1.7 risk score employee, so who is doing pretty well, so not seeing any real attacks, and he is paying attention to the trainings that we're doing. So this is the kind of risk, individualized risk score based on real action we are able to give, deliver to organization. So Mimecast is human risk secure. So we are working closely with organization to mitigate the risk that matters the most. So attacks that are targeting the employees of the human or employees of an organization, or be it the breaches that are caused by the human behaviors. So across the work surface, organizations are facing a large number of risks. So it could be the external risk, internal risk, or a risk associated with the compliance as well. So when it comes to external risk, it could be targeted threats that are delivered via email and collaboration tool, which is one of the number one attack vector that we are dealing today. So all these kind of attacks that could open the organization's boundaries to attackers. So that is one aspect of it. The second category is the internal risk or the insider risk. So these are the sensitive data that are being exfiltrated by the departing employees. And also, like when it comes to investigation and data retention, or let's say like visibility and resilience that are required for the data that sits within the organization that plays a critical role for governance and compliance requirements as well. And if you look at all these three key areas, where do these different needs intersect in an organization? It is at the employee who sits in the middle. So at Mimecast, we are not just offering solutions that help you to address all these key challenges, but also we are building AI-enabled solution to make it even easier to secure the human risk aspect of it. So what we are trying to achieve from Mimecast is to deliver three key pillars of value to our customers. So basically to measure the human cyber risk in your organization, to empower your employees in the organization, to work with them to increase their cybersecurity awareness, and also we protect what matters the most before it becomes a breach as well. So now, like coming back to the first key pillar. So the way, like how we measure the human risk. So this key aspect, so in fact, gives you a clear picture of your users and the risk they are introducing to your organization. And at the core of Mimecast human risk management platform is the Human Risk Command Center. So I'm sure that you all would have noticed this Human Risk Command Center in your dashboard. So it is available for all our existing customers that gives a centralized view of human risk intelligence. So it gives IT teams an unprecedented visibility, and it will help you to mitigate the human risk at scale. So the way how we are doing it is we are able to help organizations to accurately identify what are the sources of human risk, which are the top risky users of your organization, which is the riskiest department. So this in fact requires a more complete picture of each and every individual and also their context within the organization. So in other words, what we do here is we are leveraging the data, the real security signals that are available in the organization, and also combine it with the behavioral insights. So now we know that through the Human Risk Command Center, we know that where the human risk lives, we know who are the riskiest employees, which is the riskiest department. So now as a next step, what we do is we can try to address it by targeted trainings and interventions like behavioral nudges. So the nudges, the reason why it was launched is because with an intent to deliver the feedback to users at the right time through the tools that you're using every day. So the nudges are notification that can be sent to employees as and when security incidents happen. So it can be delivered through email, through Teams, through Slack and all. So it will help you to empower your workforce. We can work with your employees so that they can understand the appropriate security behavior so that they're not clicking on malicious links and they're avoiding copying corporate data to unapproved locations and all. We are also working with organizations to adapt training and intervention for the employees who need it the most. And the way we are doing it is with hundreds of TV quality micro learning videos that are designed to reinforce a lot of cybersecurity related topics. So it's not just specific to email security, but cybersecurity as a whole is what we take into consideration when it comes to cybersecurity training. And like I said, our behavioral nudges, it delivers the right content at the right time, engaging the user whenever risky actions takes place. So rather than waiting for weeks to come and take that up in a regularly scheduled training session. And also we have recently launched personalized risk scorecards, which gives each and every user the visibility into how their actions are impacting the organization. And also they themselves can feel empowered in knowing that they are also playing a key role in keeping their organization safe. And lastly, Mimecast has the right set of solution to protect your users where work happens. So this is where the email security, the archive solution, the insider threat management solution, so all these solutions are placed. So the risk landscape is broad and is constantly evolving as well. So which means the solutions also has to evolve, and you have the right set of solutions to protect your organization from external as well as internal risk is of utmost importance. So at Mimecast, we make it easy to adapt the security posture of organization, and we help in automatically strengthening the controls and also by adjusting the policies where we observe a risk. And also with adaptive controls, your security teams or IT team can proactively mitigate the risk before it even turns into something bigger. So now let's drill down to the some of the key areas where we are offering the solution. So as you all are aware, Mimecast has got a rich history in email security, and it still remains as a top priority to deliver world-class email security to our customers. So in fact, like we have like 20 plus of years of experience, and we definitely have evolved our detection capabilities based on the changing threat landscape and the latest advancement. You all would have seen the advanced email, business email compromise attack solution that we have launched, advanced BC. So we are using AI to identify the suspicious characters in an email, even when there is no malicious content present in it. So we built a deep understanding of each and every user. We can identify if a particular message is not aligning with the typical communication patterns. So this is now achieved using the solution called advanced BC, and we are in a position to block the threats before they even reach the user's mailbox. And also we have released the features wherein we are in a position to identify the compromised accounts before they even cause a breach, and we make it easy for the IT teams to understand what was blocked and why. And it's a known fact that collaboration has changed. So our dependency is not completely on email, but we are using collaboration tools as well. So our industry leading protection extends beyond email into collaboration tools as well, like Microsoft Teams. We help in detecting malicious content, identifying sensitive data, if it is violating the company policies. And even we are in a stage where we'll be able to evaluate the sentiment to provide security team a complete visibility into the way the users are collaborating at work. So if there is any hate speech that are going around, or what is the general sentiment. So let's say if the organization has rolled out a new incentive program, you'll be able to gather what is the sentiment of your user using the tools that we are offering. So last year, Mimecast had 3 acquisitions. So one product was called this Insider. So we now have a solution that offers insider risk management for our organization. So external threats are definitely a concern, but it is like critical that we protect the corporate data also from accidental or intentional exfiltration or even theft. So in order for an organization to prevent the insider threat, you need to see how data is moving in and out of organization. So this is where like traditional approaches fail. So like in the case of a DLP or a CASP or a UEB solution, so wherein it's an expensive product to have, but where it is falling short is in terms of the policies that you need to configure or the classifications that you need to do in the backend. So this particular solution doesn't require any classification or any complex policies to be set. So it is immediate time to value. Only when you know like how data is being used and share, you'll be in a position to take a preventative action. So either by blocking the data from leaving to untrusted destination, or even preventing data from being taken to the from the critical sources as well. So it is an out-of-the-box solution, so it makes it easier to see and stop the data loss across a known as well as unknown destination. Like for example, if it is a generative AI tool, so ChatGPT is something which is widely adopted and used across organizations. So it's a question of whether your corporate data is being uploaded to ChatGPT or external file shares and all. So Insider Risk Management solution from Mimecast gives you a complete visibility in terms of the data movement. And finally, let's not forget the compliance and governance. So compliance and retention requirements means our customers are sitting on a huge terabytes of data. So we are turning data into insights and helping provide context to what is happening in your organization. So it gives you an easy visibility, an easy and quick visibility into both your email and collaboration data, regardless of its platform. So collaboration has evolved, so should we. So we should be also in a position to quickly gather the context and understand what is actually happening. So retaining the data, searching for the data, and reporting it should be a seamless process. So which is why Mimecast has got the right set of tools to help you proactively manage your governance as well as compliance requirements. So in short, with Mimecast, you can measure the human risk effectively. You can empower or educate, work with your user to improve their cybersecurity best practices and human interventions. And also you can protect your work surface with adaptive controls and adjust the security posture based on the risk profile of your organization. So when we bring it all together, the Mimecast human risk management platform, the way how it works is, and the reason why we are able to provide this visibility of risk is by ingesting data from our own Mimecast products and also our integration with the third-party security tools as well. So the way we do it is by analyzing the actions that your employees are taking, the attacks that are targeting your users, and also the level of access your employees have in the organization. So we have built an individualized risk profile for each and every user. So this means in this way, you'll be able to effectively measure the human risk. You can empower your users through human interventions and also ultimately provide an adaptive protection so that based on the risk profile of each and every user, you'll be able to take that adaptive controls. And it's not something that stops just there. So we understand the value of a connected security. So which is why Mimecast today is offering 350 plus integrations with leading security providers. So each of our product integrates seamlessly with your day-to-day workflows and other solutions. So which in fact saves a significant amount of time and it reduces complexity as well. And we live in a world of AI. So Mimecast is evolving our approach as well. So we offer you protection from AI, protection for AI, and protection by AI as well. So when it comes to protecting organizations from AI, we help organizations to identify emerging threats and AI-generated attacks. So we safeguard our organizations against account compromises, sophisticated multi-vector attacks, and provide customers with a comprehensive threat protection across both email as well as collaboration environments. And when it comes to protection for AI, so we give a complete visibility into the usage of generative AI in your environment. So by detecting and preventing unapproved use of generative AI or be it shadow AI to ensure that your users can innovate without causing any risk or data exposure incidents in your organization. And finally, we offer protection by AI. So with a suite of Mimecast AI capabilities, so we analyze more than 18 billion security events on a daily basis. And we use this data to predict and prevent future attacks, automatically we are able to do this, and we adjust the security controls, streamline the response, and accelerate the governance as well. Also, I just wanted to introduce you to Mira AI. So this is a part of Mimecast AI platform. So the Mimecast Intelligent Human Risk Agent. So this agent sits within Mimecast products, and it gives insights, automation, simplicity through different use cases. For example, if you ask our investigation agent, improves the response time by almost like 7 times when compared to a leading competitor. So another use case is that with this Mira MCP gateway, it will allow the users to bring their own large language learning models like Copilot, ChatGPT, Gemini, and this will eventually help them to raise a query on Mimecast data so that they can conduct investigation using this natural language. So we are in the process of investing in AI capabilities across Mimecast, and you can look forward to having more agents and more use cases coming to different Mimecast products over the period of time. So with Mimecast Human Risk Management, just to summarize, what we are giving you as an ability for the IT team to respond appropriately and timely to human risk, mitigate it effectively. So what you're able to achieve with Mimecast is that you can turn the targeted users into proactive defenders. You will be in a much better position to assign training and blocking threats for those who are susceptible to risky behaviors, and turn the accidental users into safe employees, preventing the downloads of malicious files, or for those organizations who needs a little bit of push or some sort of reminders. And definitely you can turn the malicious insiders back into security insiders by training them effectively. And also you can put controls if these are repeat offenders. You can take swift actions by revoking the access and prevent breaches for those who has been like demonstrating malicious behaviors across the time. So just to summarize, whether you need help with protecting the collaboration, or be detecting the insider risk, or simplifying the compliance, or empowering or working with your users, Mimecast has the right solutions. So feel free to connect with the team if you are interested in exploring any of the additional modules that can add great value in securing the organization. So I just wanted to check and see if we have got any questions. So maybe we can take a few minutes for the questions. You can also reach out separately, like outside the session. So any questions, you can reach out directly, or you can reach out through the partners, if you are interested in knowing the details of any of the products we discussed. So specifically, the insider solution gives a rich visibility in terms of the data movement within the organization, so which is a gapped visibility in security today. It could be the employee serving the notice period or a contract employee. So basically, the data is at stake. And similarly, the collaboration security, what we are offering, also provides tremendous value for the customers. So feel free to connect with me or through the partner if you have got any question, or if you're interested in knowing the details about how we can improve and work together with your organization to strengthen the security.
Thank you once again for attending this session. Hope it was useful and very informative. And please feel free to contact us either through your partners for any queries, or you can directly reach us, Sincere Bulwark Broadbase or Gigi Account Manager, Jecharian@mimecast.com.